lemons, I made iced tea. Though I got pregnant in college, it couldn't stop me. In fact, it made me go harder. Good morning. It's your girl, Coach Catch, back from a 2-week hiatus, here with another Mission Minded Monday. So without further ado, let's get right into it, okay? So, as I stated, I took a 2-week break, and now I'm back to drop another message. And the message for today is that sometimes you have to take a step away, okay? So when you love something or someone, or you even just have an emotional attachment to a person or a thing, an entity, whatever it may be, you have given that thing or that being a place in your heart. And essentially, when you let someone or something hold a place in your heart, you're relinquishing some of the power that you have to that being. And it's not a bad thing, depending on who or what it is that you love. Because if you think about it, love is passion. When you're passionate about something, you want to see it grow. You want to see it do well, right? If you've started a business that you're passionate about, you've put your heart in it. You put your invested money in it. You've put your time. So you really want to see it do well. You want to see it thrive, right? When you're passionate about someone, a friend, a significant other, you want to see them do well. You want to see them lead a life that they can be proud of and that you know they deserve. But we can't control the outcome of people's lives, just like we have little control as to what takes place in our businesses or our organizations or companies that we may work for. So because you don't have control over it, you can't decide what happens, but you can decide how you react to it, right? We've talked about this in the past. You can decide how you react. However, when you love something, when you're passionate about something and you love it, it plays with your mind, all right? It literally has the power to affect the way you think about things. You don't look at things clearly. If you have a friend who you guys have been friends for years, all right, and you know them in and out, so you think, and something's taking place in their life that you just don't quite understand, you have a biased outlook because it's like you know this person. For example, if you have a friend, we've all had friends that our parents don't like, right? Or we have friends that our other friends just don't mess with. And when they say, oh, I don't like them because of this, we say, no, no, no. What do we say? We say, no, you just don't know them. You have to get to know them. It's because of this. They just do this, right? They could have a really, really rude or toxic behavior about them. However, we see it differently, not because our perception in life and our perception on the way people should act or be treated, but because of our perception on that individual. We know them. We've known them for years. We love them. We're passionate about them. We've seen great things they've accomplished, and we know they can do better and be better. And we just say, give them a chance, right? It's the same thing with like a business you're starting. In your head, you have this vision. And you know what it can be. You know what you're working towards. You know all the time and effort you put in. And you want it to do well. You want it to flourish. And a lot of times you want it fast. You can't control that. And you can't be in a rush. And you can't let that bother you. You know, so the message is about stepping back. Taking a step back to realize what we talked about the last 2 weeks ago. To realize that how you feel is not reality. How you feel about what's going on in your business or these actions that you're taking in order to make it grow is not reality. How you feel about that friend and their actions and their current choices is not reality. The reality is you could only control you. You could only control what you do. That's in business, that's in personal life. You can't control if someone watches a video. You watching? But you can control if you record it. You can't control if your friend decides to go off the grid and run away with some crazy man you've never met and it's bad news. You can't control that. But you can control how you let it affect you. You can control the space that you allow it to hold in your heart, which in return goes to your mind. There's a very, very thin line between passion and purpose. And sometimes you really just have to take a step back and evaluate to see that. Your passion is what you love. It's what you strive for. It's what you have in fun doing. You enjoy it, okay? Yes. But your purpose, that's what you commit to. That's what you put in time and work for, all right? That's what you relinquish your power to. Your purpose, what you were born to do. And a lot of times they're not the same. They can be, but a lot of times they're not. But the only way to evaluate that is to step back and take yourself and your emotions out of the situation, out of the relationship, and look at it for what it is. Is it holding you back? Is that person holding you back? Every time this person pops up into your life, what is it that they're bringing? What emotions does it elicit? If you're looking at it from a business standpoint, what value is this business bringing to your life? Is it just money? Is it just money? Because if it's just money, it's not going to work. It's not going to be enough. What is your purpose? What is the purpose behind your business? Are you fulfilling that? Are you feeling fulfilled? I had to take a 2-week break, and I had to step back and I had to evaluate relationships in my life. I had to evaluate my business. I had to evaluate the content and the things that I wanted to do and bring to you all. And it was a hard process. When you take a step back from a person or from a thing, you literally have mixed emotions. All right. And for an emotional person, I'm a Pisces, but for an emotional person, having mixed emotions is just like a jungle of confusion, right? I've had a friend for 14, 15 years, a very, very close friend that I had to take a step back from. I had to take away their access to me, and it broke me. It hurt me. You see, every relationship that you get into, whether it's with a friend, whether it's with a significant other, whether it's a business move, it doesn't matter. Anybody that you encounter in life and you choose to let them stay in your life, they must bring fruit. They must bring fruit, okay? They must bring fruit that you can eat, juicy, something with substance, right? And you must have something to exchange it with them. You just can't be giving your fruit away and have an empty basket and nothing filled up. It has to be a mutually beneficial relationship somehow, some way. I lean on your shoulder and cry. You bounce ideas off of me. It's a give and take. In relationships, it's a give and take, or else it's a drainage. It's a leak. It's a slow leak. And you can't afford slow leaks because you have a vision, right? You have a goal that is you're trying to attain. You are striving to get towards. I took a step back because it was emotional drainage going on with me. I had to evaluate relationships. And whenever you have to evaluate relationships, that means there's a possibility you may need to do some cutting in your life. And that's never easy because those emotional holds and those emotional ties that you have grown to have with a certain individual or a certain process. I have grown very used to hopping on here with my coffee or my tea that I'm drinking this morning and speaking, telling you guys a little bit about what's on my mind, dropping a message, a gem, jewel. And I had to step back from that as well because emotionally I wasn't there. And this is a moment of transparency. Remember that word. I had to take a step back because emotionally I wasn't there. There were things that needed to be done within me, within my heart, within my mind, in order to put me in a place where I could share this message. You know, I was wondering, the content that I put out, is it really helping? Is it really encouraging? What am I doing wrong in this situation? You know, there was a lot of things going through my mind, but I had to take a step back and evaluate. I felt like, oh, I abandoned my coaching business. I abandoned my viewers. I've just been silent. I haven't said anything, you know? In the situation, I feel like, oh my gosh, I'm leaving my friend when she needs me most, you know? This could be it, you know? Maybe she just needs me to be there, to show up, to keep showing up, you know? And I had to step back and look at it. What is my goal? What is my purpose? My purpose is to inspire. I want to use my story. I want to use my failures. I want to use my wins. I want to use my tears. I want to use all of me to inspire somebody to be more and to do more and to believe that they can achieve anything they put their mind to. I want to inspire. I want to encourage. I want to let you know that it's not the end of the road. I want to let you know that you just got to keep going. When you fall, I want to be able to motivate you, to pick you back up, to make you keep going, to put a thought in your head that says, all right, I remember when Kechi said this. This is exactly what's happening right now. This is exactly what she talked about. And I want to assist, right? I want to help. Of all things, when you put it all together, I want to help. And when I stepped back and I looked at what it was I was doing and the people that were around me, I had to make some decisions. So in stepping back, I was able to clear my mind. In a sense, I want to say harden my heart, but it's not that at all. What it is reorganizing, prioritizing the things that I can change, the things that I was meant to do, my purpose, getting a clearer view of my purpose is what I got when I stepped back to evaluate situations. And there's been many times in my life where I had to step back. And I know if you think about it, there's been many times in your life when you've had to step back and evaluate a friendship, a relationship, a situation, a choice that you've made and decide, do I still want to go down this path? Sometimes we listen and sometimes we don't. But I want you to think about a time where you had to evaluate a situation, evaluate a friendship, actually. You probably didn't listen the first time, maybe, and you continued on the same path. How did it feel in your heart? Like someone was pulling at it, right? Strings were attached, pulling. It hurt. It hurt. When you realize that the thing that you are passionate about, the person that you have so much love for, is bringing about negativity, or they're altering your mindset to get you thinking left, when you know you've been going right and you know the path is to continue right, that is when you have to make a choice for the betterment of yourself, of your family, your lineage to come, your business. You have to make a choice and you have to cut ties. However, you won't see that or realize that unless you take a step back and truly evaluate, taking your emotions out of it. Because how you feel, we learned, is not reality. But the choices you make and what you do and the things you hold on to, that will build the framework of your reality. So hold on to that. That is the message. In any situation you are in any relationship you are in, right? Like I said, friendship, lover, a family member, a business partner. Evaluate it. Take a step back and evaluate it. See what fruit they're bringing to the table. See what they're bringing to you and see what you're bringing to them. Is there give and take? Is it mutually beneficial? Is it working in line with your vision? If not, you may have to cut those ties. And that is okay. That is okay. However, the first step into moving on or getting to the next level, because everyone and everything, every habit, it all can't come with you when you move up to that next level. So the first step in getting to that next level is to take a step back. Take a step back and evaluate. All right? Then tell me what you find out. And if you don't feel like telling me, just do what you got to do in order to keep going. All right? So that is the message on this Monday. I'm back. Thank y'all for having me. And like always, you have a blessed and productive day. Okay? My tea.